Hello viewers, eutrophication is caused by excessive richness of nutrients such as nitrates and phosphates in a body of water. These nutrients stimulate the growth of aquatic plant life. This in turn causes dense growth of plant life, particularly algae, some of which produce toxins that are harmful to higher forms of life. This can cause problems along the food chain and affect any animal that feeds on them. Eutrophication occurs naturally over geological time, but may be affected by human activities. Human activities that cause eutrophication include the following. 1. Use of chemical fertilizers for agriculture, lawns, or golf courses contributes to accumulation of these nutrients after runoff is collected in the bodies of water. 2. Concentrated animal feed operations are also a source of nutrients responsible for eutrophication. Concentrated animal feed operations normally discharge high amounts of nutrients which find their way into streams, rivers, lakes, and oceans, where they accumulate into very high concentrations. 3. Direct discharge of industrial waste into bodies of water. In some parts of the world, especially in developing countries, even sewage is directly discharged into rivers and lakes. 4. Aquaculture, which is a technique of growing shellfish and even some aquatic plants in water containing dissolved nutrients. If aquaculture is not properly managed, some unconsumed nutrients as well as excretions from fish find their way through runoff to the lakes and oceans. 5. Natural events such as floods can also wash off excess nutrients from land into the water systems. The effects of eutrophication are also manifold and include the following. 1. Threatens the survival of fish and other aquatic animals and plants, since algae blooms reduce the amount of dissolved oxygen that is required for the respiration of these other species. 2. Reduces water quality and limits access to drinking water. This is because eutrophication promotes the growth of toxic bacteria, plus the dense overgrowth can literally block access to piped water. 3. Eutrophication produces poisons that are harmful to human health. These poisons can cause death in humans and animals when ingested in drinking water. 4. It endangers the fishing industry. The dense mats of floating plants simply make it impossible to set fishing lines and fishing nets, and also makes it impossible for the boats to maneuver. 5. Eutrophication also lessens the recreational values and opportunities of lakes and rivers. Solutions to eutrophication include the following. 1. Nutrient limitation by composting. Using composts reduces the need for so much use of chemical fertilizers, which in turn reduces the runoff of all these nutrients to the lakes and rivers. 2. Reduce pollution by treating the industrial effluents before discharging them into the rivers and lakes. 3. The use of biochar as a soil enhancer also reduces the need for chemical fertilizers. 4. Strengthening pollution laws in general. 5. Using ultrasonic irradiation, a process that directly destroys the algae cells.